There we go. People are going to be like, why is your mic on for a split second? It's over with. It's done. It's over, Johnny. It's over. Okay.
Are we live? So remember, we need to move the screens over so we can check comments because I'm not reading things off of my phone.
That's okay. So I got that. And it's funny because before you had to hit start streaming on YouTube, but, you know, they do what they do.
And, we've got someone saying hello.
Finally,
William.
they're admitting they're watching the show. Thank you.
Hey there, William.
Thank you, William.
Hey, well, admitting is the first step to...
Oh, Nora's going to admit, too, that she... Okay.
Hey, Miss Nora.
It's like the meeting.
Well, it is our weekly meeting here on YouTube.
Right.
Yeah.
Everyone's out Christmas shopping, maybe? Who knows?
Maybe it takes them a minute, so that's
okay. Probably. Prollyy. Probably.
Connie Cleary.
They're going to roll in now.
Hello there, Miss Connie. I'm just adjusting here. Oh, this table. There we go. That's better. Albert. Hey, Albert. So, yeah, we'll give everyone a minute. Hopefully everyone's doing good out there in YouTube land.
But whatever you're doing, hopefully you're happy.
Yeah.
Whether you're doing good or not, who knows?
Well, if you're... Nothing.
Some people like doing not good. They do. We know that for a fact. Okay. Some people are happy not doing good.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
All right. There's Lofty Moose.
Bobby Harvey's here. Thanks for being here, Bobby.
And Bobby Harvey. Awesome.
People are just signing in. Okay, they're rolling in slow.
They're rolling in. They're rolling in. The night owls that follow us.
Hoo-hoo. Them. Nora Wallace is stoned and content.
Oh, there you go.
That's a good way to be. Now, have you heard it from Bob Ferguson at all tonight?
He was in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, he was on Facebook watching us. He doesn't really follow us on YouTube much.
That's okay. I just didn't...
So there's the Facebook people. There's the YouTube people.
There are the Facebook. Not is.
There are the Facebook.
You're just showing you're from Cleveland.
There are the face. Can you let me talk? Oh, why don't you explain, Grimm?
Go ahead. I'm just correcting your English a little bit. Grammar. A monkey correcting someone's grammar. Who would have thought? Who'd have thunk it?
Oh, well, yeah, okay. You mean who would have thought it? Anyway, so you have the YouTube people, you have the Facebook people, and then you have the people in between that follow us on both. So
hit that like button.
Yeah, hit the like button. And this is episode 40 of the Hairy Scary Hangover.
We're only 60 more, well, 66 away more from our 106th episode of the Hangout.
So yeah, we played.
We'll never catch up, but we will at some point. But it'll be we'll never will.
We played the movie Unconventional. It's a 2004 documentary.
Yes.
We played this on our Facebook fan page, and it's all about Chiller Theater, one of the biggest conventions
in the nation,
in the USA. Right now, conventions are all on hold for the most part.
Yes.
And hopefully next year, if things get better, we can all meet up again and have conventions again. So a lot of convention memories we could talk about. And if you guys have convention memories, maybe if there was a celebrity that you got to meet, a funny moment, maybe you dressed up as some crazy character in costume.
That's right. Or maybe you had a tattoo on your breast and you have a convention memory.
Oh, crap.
Think about it that way.
Hey,
whatever you have.
Maybe
please
you got a weird tattoo at a convention.
Share it with us.
Yeah, we would love to hear it.
Lofty Moose with a $10 hit.
Thank you, Lofty Moose.
Hey, you know what? It's a pleasure, man, because that's the whole point here is to kind of carry on the horror-hosted movie tradition, but at the same time, kind of, do something a little different with it if we can.
Right.
We don't know if we are, but we're trying,
Well, it's like the whole, something old, something new, something borrowed, and something boo!
Oh, there you go. If you're getting married.
Yeah, it's like the retro stuff meets the new stuff, and then we just host in our own style.
Something tells me James Muscarella likes our show. I don't know why.
Oh, well, thank you, James, for commenting. Naoko's here.
Naoko, there you are. Where you been? Congratulations.
Congratulations, Naoko, on graduating college. That's awesome.
Yes, very, very good, big part of your life there. Accomplishment. Good for you.
Very cool. Oh, we hope that you have much success in your life.
That's right, of course. Yes, of course.
And there's Tony Beller. The stellar Tony Beller is here.
Yeah, now we'll just sit back and watch everybody say congratulations to Naoko.
Yeah, now it's the Naoko show.
Which is fine. We don't mind sharing.
She wants me to mail this bucket to her. I'm thinking if we find another one like this, we
should send her that bucket.
We will mail that to Japan.
She deserves it.
Yeah,
yes.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, she's great. Yeah, we love all our fans, and but the ones overseas, because that's what's interesting about doing the show, this kind of programming, is that we're all hung up about being on television locally, but that would be great. Or even a national gig, in America, but
to get an international following,
this reaches the world. So why would you care about it? I mean, we love it. We'd love to have it, but at the same time, you really can't fault yourself for not doing something that people are watching around the world. That's not a bad thing.
That's awesome. Yeah, we do get people that watch us from the UK and Canada, Germany, so
all over the place.
Yeah, Australia, I think, was the farthest one away. I think Australia's farther away than Japan.
Is it really? Wow.
I think so. I'll have to Google it later.
What about Antarctica? Anybody there watching this?
Yeah, anyone in Antarctica?
Mars or the moon?
Or the North Pole?
Yeah.
The Late Late Horror Show is here.
Dino!
Hey, Dino.
What's up, guy? Hopefully Ted's doing all right.
Yep. Hopefully Ted's good.
Yeah. I mean, we've got some news from some other friends of ours that have been hit with what's going on lately, but, it's interesting what's going on lately with you can't ignore it. We could ignore it, but at the same time, that's what we're here for. We're trying to take you out of the everyday mundane thing or the oppressing thing that's bothering you and take you out of that, and give you something to. So we're gonna all hook up here tonight, hang out.
Thank you, Albert.
Oh,
a
Albert.
super chat. Thank you.
And what's tonight's topic then? So how can we
a bucket for Naoko.
That's right.
If we find one, I will buy it. Yeah.
Who gave us this, Tony?
That was from Tony Beller, so we have to find a second one like that.
We have to source another mummy bucket.
It was a lollipop display.
Ah.
It had like a topper for lollipops, I think.
Don't worry. It's
candy.
This was headed your way, Naoko. One way or the other, yeah.
Yeah, if I could get a replacement bucket.
Maybe use my bucket to put stuff in.
No, Grim,
No?
Don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do that for
you. You don't want to reach into my bucket?
No, that's okay, Grim.
I don't have any problem putting it.
No, Grim, that's quite all right.
All right.
We don't need to do that.
Anyway, let's get on with the show if you don't mind. All right. Distract me because I'll go some other place.
So convention memories.
Conventions.
Is there a comment about?
They're all like, glad handing each other, high-fiving each other and saying
cool.
what's up.
Okay, because I did say, like, if you guys out there watching want to put in convention memories, maybe there was a celebrity that you met, maybe there's a celebrity you never got to meet.
Well, William Rusho says he volunteered at the Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Wow.
When it was in New York State. Pete would love you. And they had a convention, a meet and greet of legends. Killer Kowalski, Nick Bonkwinkle, Terry Funk. Yeah, I know him.
Wow.
Bruno Sammartino, of course. That goes back to the old 80s. And before this, Bruno Sammartino was, I think his dad was a wrestler too. I think he was a junior. But anyway, he was a Sammartino. But yeah, so check it out. So this the convention documentary that we showed tonight, Unconventional, about the Chiller Convention in New Jersey.
Yeah, I mentioned that earlier.
Was just basically a premise to talk about tonight's subject, which is like horror movie conventions.
Convention memories.
Right, that we've gone to.
We've never been to Chiller yet, but that's a big one we've always wanted to visit. And we do regret not meeting Zachary.
Yes.
Zachary passed away maybe 4 years ago. He was 98. He had a full long life. And he was going to the conventions up into his 90s.
Right. He was a Chiller staple. He was there just probably for everyone until he passed away. Mm-hmm. And gosh, I wish we could have met him.
And he was just so cool. Such a cool character. He was big like Ghoulardi. Zachary was like New York and New Jersey's the East Coast. That was their Ghoulardi.
Albert's begging for no monkey butt. Okay.
And he
Not a problem.
started around the same time as Vampira.
Nora Wallace.
I mean, imagine that. He was one of the first horror film hosts, and he lived up until about 4 years ago.
Nora Wallace, who's feeling no pain, says that she met Jason Momoa at Comic-Con. Didn't buy the ticket to meet him. Ran into him on the floor at the panel.
That's
Awesome guy, wildly hot. I wanted to take him home with me. Well, get in line, sister.
You and every other lady.
Hey.
No. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. All right, that I saw that in the Nutty Professor.
What does that do?
Nutty Professor remake with Eddie Murphy. When they're at the table, the mother holds.
It's that popcorn.
The one little kid starts choking, and the mother holds his hand up. I guess it's supposed to, help you. You gotta stop thinking about Jason Momoa.
No.
And have a mimosa and chill out.
We gotta stop talking about monkey butt too.
Oh, Nora said he smelled really good too. Yeah, like if he smelled bad, that wouldn't even matter. Yeah, there was an SNL skit a while back where there was an office setting, and they had like a guy who was new to, or it was basically to show the difference between people that people find attractive versus people that they don't find attractive. Say the same thing, but the attractive person gets a positive response, and the guy that's kind of whatever looking gets like he says even stuff that's not even as bad.
Okay, Grim.
It's interesting. Don't cut me off.
It's kind of off topic though.
It's not
a little
though.
bit.
It's not though. It's totally not. It's totally interesting. Well, it all stopped right there at the smell.
Well, the fans.
I scared everybody.
The fans like this. You
gotta roll with it.
Fans like him. He's also a good actor.
But if he smelled bad, they wouldn't care.
Well, there's actors that aren't the best looking, and people
Laura's
still
like he was
them.
just hot. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my point.
Well,
Monster Bash. Move on. Don't. Yeah, you're looking too much into
okay,
stuff.
so what's the comment about Monster Bash?
Why don't you read it?
Monster Bash convention last year, 2019, at the Palace Theater in downtown Canton, Ohio, where I met both of you at a vendor table during a Vincent Price Film Festival.
That was great, yes.
Yeah, that was a nice film fest.
It was a great meeting, James. Yeah,
that movie theater was beautiful. That building is really cool. It's from the 1800s.
So Gary Smith says met Adam West and Burt Ward at twice. First time at McDonald's Mid-Ohio Comic-Con. Iconicon. You're not getting
Mid-Ohio Con?
At Mid-Ohio, of course.
Mid-Ohio Con.
I was trying to make a joke.
I was double checking.
And the second time at McDonald's Con. And the second time at Steel City Con. About a month before Adam West passed away. That's pretty sad. I forgot that's right.
Yeah, Adam West was so cool.
I mean, he was obviously the voice, Simpsons character, voice actor.
Batman.
Later on, before all that, Batman. But the guy killed it up to the end. He was a good dude.
Very cool.
Someone met the Best of Cleveland at their concert. Who's BOC? Had a beer with them.
BOC? I'm not sure.
I'm trying.
Some band, I guess.
I'm thinking of Best of Cleveland. It's a beer company from way back when.
Well, we mentioned on Facebook earlier, we met John Kassir, the voice of the Crypt Keeper, and chatted with him, and that was really fun.
Well, Mark Geary says Dragon Con 2010 was a weird one. Kept running into the I Dream of Jeannie cast into the elevators all week.
Oh, wow. Yeah, did she blink and got to her floor faster? Barbara Eden?
Albert's can't deal with the scroll feed. I can't do anything about that. We can't do it.
Are the comments going by that quickly?
So someone said BOC was Blue Oyster Cult. Okay.
Oh, okay. I guess I just didn't know the abbreviation.
So go back to the BOC.
That's a good band.
So someone met. So Richard Taylor says I met Blue Oyster Cult after their concert in Cleveland. Had a beer with them. See, that's really cool.
That's fun. Yeah,
we like that band Ghost, who reminds us of Blue Oyster Cult.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that same type of style. Yeah. Just a little more gothy.
Well, this time, Albert's learning. He didn't say damn this time. Well, but you did there, but it doesn't matter.
It's okay.
You didn't get dinged.
It's okay.
Yeah, BOC is great. I mean, we're going to turn to 70s rock music, but which I love, of course. But it's good stuff.
Let's see. Who else have we met that was cool? China the Wrestler, she was really nice.
That was one of those ones you put up in where we weren't looking. You wanted to meet her, right?
I wanted to get an autograph and get a picture with her anyway.
But we were mummy and monkeying around at Horror Hound
This was at Horror Hound maybe 4 years ago.
And she stopped us.
And because we were going to go over there later, but we were at another table and she's like, oh my gosh.
You guys look great. Can I take a picture with you? And we said, yeah, sure.
That's how she...
You got a Miss Literal over here. Anyway, you guys, what you just say? You guys are great.
Yeah,
I put you on my Instagram.
And we were on her Instagram,
Yeah.
and we got a picture with her, and
then a couple weeks later,
like 3 weeks later, she passed away.
Bye-bye. But
yeah,
it was sad. But
I always wanted to meet her, and
Joni Lowers seemed like a really, really cool person.
She's a nice lady.
She was
a nice lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
But
nice.
to get stopped by people like that, who we look up to, it just blows our minds.
We were dressed up, and I guess she liked our costume.
Yeah.
Or our regular attire. This wouldn't be really a costume. This is what we always wear.
Yeah, all the time. what costume? What?
Yeah, what costume?
What you talking about, Willis? Oh, Lois.
What's Lois saying?
Something very sweet. Read it right there.
I met the man I eventually married at a convention some years ago. Aww.
I think that's super sweet,
That's
Lois.
so sweet.
You and Tom are two of our favorite people, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, you were some of our favorite people before we even knew who you were. So that's kind of cool, too. But that's sweet
Very
to know.
cool.
Yeah, see, that's cool. That is really, really
A convention love story.
Yes, it happens,
Aww.
folks. It does happen.
That's so cute.
Who needs Match.com and all that kind of crap?
Mm-mm.
Go to a con. I think, do you think...
Go to a convention and meet people.
Okay, so the stereotype back in the day, it was only guys that would go to Comic-Cons, horror cons, but a lot of women, females, are involved with the anime things, right?
Mm-hmm.
The cosplay.
Anime, cosplay.
Is that what got them into it? Or what would you say? What's your opinion on all that?
Well, conventions...
When did women get involved with
Probably since the Star Trek conventions in the 60s, honestly.
Really?
I think it goes back that far because
the conventions do
Star
go back
Trek
that far,
fans or sci-fi fans, horror movie fans, comic book fans, they're not all good. I mean, even though a lot of them are guys, there are still some ladies that like that stuff too. And is
it like guys and some ladies? I mean,
now it's more
it might
it's
be
more
almost
equal.
close to half or three
now
quarters,
than ever,
right?
it's more
I think so,
balanced. Too. Not necessarily, but
yeah.
I'm sure there were some Trekkie ladies back in the day or sci-fi chicks that would go to these shows.
So Albert asked a really good question. He says, "Who was the most interesting person you guys met at a convention or any time?" Me excluded, of course. Of course, because you had.
Well, you, Albert. No.
Yeah, Albert.
You are awesome.
But
you are.
Him excluded. I mean, we might
that
have
is a
different
good
ones.
question.
I might
the most
have an answer
interesting
to that. Yeah.
person we've met.
Yeah, at a convention.
At a convention.
That's it. Well, I have two different answers, but yeah.
Was it just a convention?
For me, non-convention was meeting Rudy Ray Moore, Dolomite.
Oh.
A couple times.
Yeah.
It's some appearances in Cleveland back in the early 90s. But that was a long time ago. But I was a big fan of his Dolomite movies, and when he did some appearances and actual acts he did here in the local Cleveland area, I got some, I went and saw him, and it was great. I mean, he got his autograph. I wish I would have taken pictures. It was before all that was so easy to do, But anyway, it was back in 1903, I think.
1903.
Yeah, come on. I mean, we had cameras back then, but it was just such a hassle with the lighting and everything.
I think two of the most interesting people that I've met at a convention.
Besides me and Albert.
Besides you and besides Albert and besides all the other awesome people.
And God, right.
Besides all you awesome people I'm talking to right now, I would have to say...
Eric Clapton.
No, I never met him.
Can I guess?
You could guess.
Molly Hatchet, the band.
No.
Mulder from X-Files.
I would love to meet Mulder from X-Files, but I have not met him yet. No, probably I'd have to say Tom Sullivan.
You know what?
From The Evil Dead. He did the special effects for the first two Evil Dead movies. He's an artist and just an all-around super nice guy. Along with his assistant, Pat Reese, who is the bookbinder of the Dead.
I would agree with you with that. You know what? That is a good thing to bring up.
Because they are the most, they're very down-to-earth, very friendly with everyone. And
I'm a product of the 80s as far as, being old enough to watch those movies that came out then. I'm actually, a product of the late 60s, but I grew up in the 70s, 80s. So watching Evil Dead was like a rite of passage back then, in the early to mid 80s when it came out. And, it was like, our friends would be like, we got a copy of, Evil Dead. And you go over there and you do a sleepover, and that was the scariest freaking movie, right? Scared the crap out of you. doesn't matter how much time you watch it, your imagination.
Then you have nightmares about all the different things in the movie.
And you know, this is obviously post, you know, before CGI and all stuff.
No, these were all awesome practical effects.
The practical effects were so creepy, you know.
And that book is so iconic. It's so creepy.
And but another thing, obviously, about Evil Dead is great. It was just the camera moving through the woods, the drone type of thing, right?
Yeah.
Where it moves through the woods, you don't see anything, but it's all in your head, and that's what's scary is that you're out in the woods and this thing is coming for you. If it finds you, you're done. So, meeting Tom, I remember telling people, like, you could just meet this guy. He's got a room at this place called...
And people couldn't believe it.
Yeah, it's Cinema
like
Wasteland.
You could just walk up and say hi to him.
This guy who was the architect of my nightmares as a child.
Yeah.
You know, more than Jason, more than you know, Michael Myers, Evil Dead was one of those movies that really freak you out, okay?
That first one is super scary. The second
scary.
one added a little more comedy.
It's still good.
But it's still amazing and still creepy.
It understood what it was and it took it to the next level.
Yeah.
But that first movie, Evil Dead movie. So I'm like, hey, you can meet this guy that designed this stuff at a place called Cinema Wasteland. He's got his own museum? Really? Do I have to wait in line? Do I have to buy a special ticket? No, he's there.
He's just there, and
Blew my mind. Seeing the artwork that he did originally for the VHS covers, and the cases full of stuff he had, the props.
And we interviewed him a little bit and got some video of his stuff a little bit. But I think if we when conventions pick up again and when things are better, we would love to get more video with him.
The guy is so cordial, very nice. He'll talk to everybody, and you know but to me, it's like he's definitely one of those guys that like you get humbled by. You're like, you're the guy that kept me up forever, you know. Scared the crap out of me.
So you created those nightmares.
So good. Between him and Sam Raimi, it was a powerful team, man. And Pat.
Bruce
Pat
Campbell.
Reeves, you know.
Bruce Campbell. That pretty much got his stardom. All right, let's check comments.
Dee Wallace would be, Cujo was a great movie. Dee Wallace, a great person to meet.
Yeah, she's super nice too. She's really nice. I met her once. Naoko loves Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, who doesn't? I mean,
everyone loves Bruce Campbell.
The guy's prolific. I loved him in Briscoe County show he did. It was so good.
And he's someone I met once, and I met his brother Don, and they're both nice guys.
Bob Harvey Jr. has a good one. He met Frank Gorshin. You know, the Riddler. You know, he did and many other things, too.
It took me a minute. I was trying to remember.
At Tunnel Vision Convention. See,
Tunnel Vision? Which convention was that?
Yeah, Bobby Harvey's been to tons of them.
Wow.
Okay. He's
from back in the day.
Bobby Harvey's a convention king. He's a big supporter and lover of this whole genre. Okay?
Oh, yeah, mega fan.
Movies, horror hosts, doesn't matter. He's all into that, yeah. He was doing George Burns, the one-man show at the time, but then a year later he died, He was Frank Gorshin was on a really big popular show in the early 70s called Copycats, where they would do impressions of different celebrities. I don't remember it either, but
I don't remember that one.
I found a cassette tape. This is a dumb thing, but where someone who was watching Copycats on TV from the early 70s. It's really weird. I've got audio of that. Anyway.
Interesting.
But yeah, if you look it up, it's pretty wild. What else is going on? Dee Wallace. Yeah, Bruce Campbell, man, that guy, he's good. He's really good. Met Chuck Jones. You mean the animator?
Yeah, which Chuck Jones?
Oh, yeah.
That's interesting.
Who said that? Scott Bailey. Met Chuck Jones, too. Had an original signed cell from Bugs and 1001 Rabbit Tales. Okay, that's really cool. Bud Spencer, Italian movie star. He must have been the most interesting man I've ever met. This is William Russo.
Cool.
Wow. So everyone
has their different memories, and that's awesome.
The Adventures of Briscoe County Jr., if you've not seen this series.
Oh, I remember that show.
Yeah, it's a Western sci-fi series that was put out, I think Fox had it out. I forget what network put it out, but it's Bruce Campbell's lead role. And it's a Western. It's really weird, but it has a sci-fi edge to it.
Cool.
Yeah, so much stuff. Man, I hadn't thought of Copycats. Copycats was one of those weird shows. I never got to see it, but you can probably look it up on YouTube. I'm
Obscure
sure
references.
Episodes, but
retro stuff.
Scott Bailey took a 12 gauge into convention. And Bruce Campbell laughed his ass off signing it. Same gun uses as boom stock. They're blocking the word 12 gauge.
Well, because on YouTube you shouldn't
any kind of guns.
They don't want you talking about stuff.
Ammo.
Yeah. So he signed his
it's a-
boomstick. We'll just
Yeah.
call it that.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you can't do that now.
Because of YouTube regulations. We'll just call it a boomstick.
Okay, so Gary Smith saying copycats are serious specials. So it might not have been a weekly show, but they would come out. Frank Gorshin, there were other people that did a lot of impressions. And that's what Frank Gorshin was known for. But besides being the Riddler on the Batman 60s TV show, he also did a lot of impressions of different people.
And Late Late Horror Show says, "Night, my friends. Eyes too heavy tonight. Always great stuff. Good night, Dino. And check out the Late Late Horror Show later on. He plays a lot of awesome radio shows, and there's a lot of awesome movie review videos that you can watch.
If you click on the name there on the Late Late Horror Show, it should take you to his YouTube page at some point.
It should take you to the channel.
Let me tell you something. They have stocked it like top to bottom, like you are preparing for the apocalypse audio-wise, with old horror and mystery shows that will blow your mind. Hours of them.
If you like those retro radio shows
fun.
from like the 30s, the 40s,
oh my God, nonstop.
You're gonna love it.
Put it on, wrap presents, drink some hot cocoa or whatever you're drinking.
Yeah.
And just relax and chill out to the stuff, because they always have a good probably like a screensaver of a fireplace or something.
Yeah, there's like a screen, a fireplace background.
Like it's awesome. You gotta check that out. It's so much fun.
Very fun.
It's perfect for Christmas, I think.
Yeah, well, and so I wanted to talk a little bit about that. So convention memories and some weird
Christmas movies,
Christmas traditions.
Right. Even though next week we talk about this too.
Well, we could talk more about it in detail next week.
Yeah.
But part of the Victorian Christmas tradition was telling ghost stories.
Yes, that's true.
So there's some creepy Christmas stuff.
There is tons.
Yeah.
Well, we got I went to the Dollar Tree a couple weeks ago, and I picked up a bunch of movies for $1 a piece.
I was going to say, how much were the movies?
And one of them was a Krampus movie. I don't know how good it's going to be, but for $1.
For $1, it's going to be your dollar's worth.
Yeah, but I haven't even seen the new Krampus movie that came out a few years ago.
Yeah, so I think there's probably 20 other movies that are named that since then. That's funny.
Yeah, ghost stories. Lois says ghost stories on Christmas Eve, fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true, Mark. Mark Geary says a Christmas story is in essence a ghost story. It is.
Mm-hmm. It is the ghost of Christmas past, present, and future. Yeah, so that's a ghost story.
Even the Mr. Magoo version, still ghosts.
So speaking of Christmas, so next week we will have a show. We're gonna try to find a Christmas movie.
Yes.
We're gonna try.
Well, either way, we'll do a Christmas themed show.
We'll do a Christmas themed show next week, regardless. Yeah, we'll still have fun.
We might have shorts, a movie, or a combination of. We don't know.
Whatever we can scrounge up, pretty much.
But that's the fun of doing the shows, because sometimes we don't even know until like midweek what the heck we're gonna show. But you don't know that we said that. But
and sometimes it's the very last minute. And next week on this YouTube channel, we can talk more about holiday-themed horror films and weird holiday traditions from around the world. But for the week of Christmas itself, Friday the 25th of December, we are taking that day off.
Right, because our show would be on that night. But we're going to return the following week on Thursday night,
New Year's Eve.
Right, New Year's Eve.
We will return December 31st. It's a Thursday. For our New Year's Eve party.
Right. So we're going to spend New Year's Eve with you if you want to spend it with us.
And it will be our 3-year live streaming anniversary on New Year's Eve.
Is that gold or silver, or is that just tin?
I think it's brown. Because we play crappy movies.
It'll always be brown.
It will always be brown.
Always.
So, yeah, you can have fun. You know, we could get all dressed up and have some fun.
James Muscarella, I can tell you right now, will not be Santa Conquers the Martian.
That's been overplayed.
No way. You know, that's a bad. There's a good
way
example.
Overplayed.
There's a good example. Forget about the holiday movie. But there's a good example of a bad movie that I don't think is that good.
It's a terrible movie.
It's hard to get through, no matter who hosts it.
I think it's worse than Manos.
Yeah, to me it is.
It's a really bad one.
There's nothing. It just takes forever to get through. I don't know what it is about it. And it's a timing thing. The writing, it's not paced good for a good bad movie for me. It's one I've always dreaded to watch.
Yeah.
No matter who hosted it.
But maybe we could find something else that's holiday related that we could play. Or maybe that takes place around the holidays.
Scrooge is always interesting. I like that movie because, you know, it's a redemption movie, right?
Oh,
this guy goes from being an A1 dick to like, where's the, you know, hey, what day is it there, kid? Go buy me the biggest goose and send it to Tiny Tim's house. It's a good thing. It's interesting because it was written back in 1800s, right?
So you get to see this jerk turn out to be someone nice after all.
Yeah.
He sees the error of his ways.
It's a great redemption movie.
And now he has a second chance.
There's a lot of people nowadays who should learn from that to be, you know, a little
bit kinder.
Yeah.
Not be a jerk. Pretty much.
You can still learn from that movie.
Yeah. There's lots of lessons to be learned there.
Scrooge with Bill Murray, of course we can't show that.
No, that's a good movie, but we can't
movie.
Show it.
Who doesn't love Bill Murray? I mean, come on. That's a silly...
1847?
Was that what that was?
Is that when Scrooge was written?
Probably, yeah.
Wow. A Christmas Carol.
Factoid. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That was the proper name, A Christmas Carol.
Yeah. First time I saw Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
1843. I can't type.
Wow.
I can't read either.
Even older. So, how are they doing Santa Claus this year when you go see him? Is he wearing a face shield, a mask? What's he wearing? The beard's... Is the beard pulled up or down this year?
I saw from other people's social media posts if they took their kids to see Santa. There's like some places had like a campfire setting with little chairs the kids could sit on. And then Santa was kind of in the background, you know, waving. So that way the kids can still get a picture with Santa, but they're not sitting too close to him. So I thought that was cute and a creative way to do it. And yeah, some of the Santas have the plastic face shields. I mean, you gotta play it safe.
Will it ever get...
Gotta do what you gotta do during these weird times.
Will it turn into the whole, the thing with Kurt Russell thing? We have the Petri dish with everyone's blood in it. And you take the electrode and you like hit it, and if it turns into a monster, you know they're infected? No.
I hope not.
Maybe not.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not that kind of movie we're in.
Santa Grimm. No one's gonna sit on my lap.
Maybe the cats will.
They will. That's true.
The Crypt Kitties.
So they get special presents. I'm already buying presents for them. We're good.
Oh, yeah. Gotta shop for the Crypt Kitties.
Yeah, Santa versus the Martians is so hard to get through. It's not a good movie. It's not a good, bad movie. See, there's a perfect example.
It's a bad movie.
Forget about it being a holiday and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
It's really hard to get through, no matter if someone's riffing on it, add sound effects, it doesn't matter. The pacing's bad, the writing's bad, the casting's bad.
It's a bad movie.
It's just not fun to get through. It's right. It's hard to choke down. Right. There's a perfect example. Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, a classic. We can't show it. But
that's a classic movie. Now they're just talking about movies they enjoy.
Yeah, that's fine though.
Yeah.
I wish we could show that.
That is a classic. Yeah. Very cool.
What's going on there? But okay, it's the word but. B-U-T.
Oh, okay. All right, so we should probably wrap this up in a few.
Probably, yeah.
But
it's getting late.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Of course.
Yeah, but don't get lax on us because we're going to have a couple of stellar shows coming up in the next couple of weeks until the end of the year. Yes. Next week we have our big Christmas show.
We have our holiday show next week.
Holiday show.
And then our big New Year's Eve show.
Ooh.
But Christmas, we are taking off.
Right, so we'll be back next Friday. What is that? The 6/15?
Well, January something or
19th,
other.
19th, whatever. No, I'm talking about December 19th.
December 31st is when we return.
No, but our next show.
I think it's the 18th or 19th.
That sounds good to me.
7 days from now.
Yeah. We'll be back next Friday night for our, Facebook show and then our YouTube show. And then don't get it twisted because we're not going to be back after that on Friday. We'll be back on Thursday night. Thursday the 31st, yes. New Year's Eve. Woo. On the calendar. A lot to keep it. But we'll remind you next Friday night when we see you. So thanks for joining us tonight on our Facebook show, on the Mummy and Monkey. On our YouTube show. Yeah. Oh, and Facebook. And then now on our... Oh, boy. I thought you meant like on this show now. No. Okay. Because some people watch both of them. Well, thank you guys for watching both of our shows and following our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. Hit like, hit subscribe, and we do appreciate you. That's right, as always. And we'll see you next week here on
The Mummy and the Monkey's Hairy Scary Hangover.
Sleep tight, and please let the bed bugs bite. Because they're hungry too, right? Why should they go hungry? It's not fair. You're going to feed a dog and not a bed bug? Why not? What's the difference? They're all the creatures of the world. Whatever. Oh, come on.
Good night. Good Friday.
See you later, alligators.
Bye-bye.